Wow, I haven't spoken this morning, and you can tell. Welcome back. We're doing another vlog this week. We've been remote the first 2 weeks of classes, so I'm still remote right now. But we're doing a vlog. Except I'm starting on Tuesday because I don't have class on Monday. I don't have class most days actually, which I can get into in a second. But it's just going to be a little couple days in my life rather than a full week. So that's just how we're structuring it. I do want to start off this video by prefacing that very exciting. This video is actually sponsored by Ana Luisa, which is a jewelry company. They make gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. If you know me at all, you know that I am constantly wearing a little bit too much jewelry. I love it. It makes an outfit, and I'm constantly getting people asking where I get my stuff from. So now, here's one of them. It's all gold jewelry too, which I'm also a gold jewelry gal at heart. So having all of the gold jewelry options is impeccable. They're all so pretty too. So I got this necklace, which I'm going to lose the battle with my camera focusing on. There we go. Okay, so it's got this little rose in the middle, which is extraordinarily cute. You're not gonna have to watch me struggle through getting a necklace on because I'm never good at this. That's the one downside of long nails. Anyways, so I got this necklace. I got this ring. I'm a ring gal, like to my core. So we love this little crisscrossy one. Is like, that's something I've been meaning to add to my ring collection for so long, and this one is so pretty, and it's like studded with little stones. And then finally, because we're just continuing the little like studded move here, I got these little Huggies. I love Huggies as earrings so much because they don't stab you in the ear when you like sleep on them. So I'm very excited to add these to my collection. I'm also terrible at putting on earrings, and you're also having to witness that. Anyways, if you want to get your hands on some of them too, these are really nice pieces. And like, if you are looking for a gift for Valentine's Day, if you're gonna buy yourself a gift for Valentine's Day, because I mean, duh, why not? These are a great option. There's a link down in the description box for you to get up to 40% off right now. It's buy one, get one 40% off. And if you use that link, yeah, so get yourself some jewelry. Like, you deserve it. It's cute. We're gonna cut until I've gotten my other earring in, and then I can show these off. There we go, the earrings are in. So they're these little cute Huggies. That's the sponsor. Get yourself some jewelry. And I am going to get to work. That's basically my task today. So I have a very, very wide open schedule this semester. So instead of like the traditional class setup of, having multiple classes a week, here we go. Instead of the traditional class setup of having like multiple classes a week, I am in a clinic, which for people who don't know legal terminology, because I didn't either. First gen law student, I have no idea what any of these words ever mean. I'm in a clinic, which basically is kind of like a chance to do actual cases. Like, we're doing like pro bono work for different matters. So I'm in the First Amendment clinic, which is specifically related to matters that come up around freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of association, etc. So we do all sorts of stuff like that. And so that is, you only meet for that for like 2 hours. I have that seminar meeting later this afternoon, but most of your work is like actual case matters and like pretty self-fueled. So I have been spending most of my morning, there's a cat. I have been spending most of my morning doing research. So I have a couple of like questions that I'm researching and then writing up into a short little memo. So that's been my thrilling morning, and I've got a lot more of that to keep doing. It's 10:30 right now. I took a break. I like literally woke up and got halfway ready, started working, and then realized I should probably like change out of my pajamas. And so now we're returning to work in sort of normal clothes. The thing about being The thing about taking classes remotely again is I have no incentive to wear nice clothes anymore. Like I wore like jeans and like dresses and vaguely cute things when we were in person. And once we go back to in person, I'll probably actually put some effort into dressing up again. But for now, we have the cropped hoodie and sweatpants combo. That seems like the move. So yeah, basically that takes up a full 6 credit hours. I also have another 3 credit hours that are thrown into, I'm teaching an undergrad class. So that's equally as time consuming as taking a class, but like I'm not being graded and I'm not like taking it as a formal class. I'm like having to structure the lessons. I'm teaching it with a couple of other people, so it's not entirely on me, but it is a fair bit of work, but not in the traditional class sense. So the only 2 classes that I'm actually taking as classes are an ethics class, which I'm required to take to graduate, and I have that later today. And then I have a seminar, which is like a writing intensive class, and I'm taking that. I take that Wednesday mornings. So that's it. And then I also have this like 1 credit hour class that I'll be taking later in the semester, but it doesn't start until mid-February because it's like a short session class and that's just how they're structured. But yeah, so it's a much lighter course load in the sense that I don't have a lot of like as many places to be as I did. It's still a fair bit of work, just in different ways. So that's my semester. But basically, yeah, I'm about to spend the next hour and a half until I have a meeting at noon. But in the next hour and a half, I'm going to be working on drafting this little research memo with all of the stuff that I have been digging up over the past few days. So let's go do that. Okay, we have made it through a day. So yeah, we had my like seminar. I also ended up, this is why I don't like being back on Zoom. It's just very easy to like zone out in a way that I feel like I don't do as much in a classroom. Like it just feels like a much more conducive learning environment. Like I can do online Zoom. I clearly did that for a full year. Like I'm capable of it. But at the same time, I got sucked into like a very intense debate about the Hunger Games during my First Amendment seminar and was like trying to multitask. And I was trying to balance like contributing to my seminar discussion with like contributing to this Hunger Games discourse that I felt like relatively strongly about. So that was my first class. Then I have like an hour break in between classes, and I quite literally spent that time. I had a couple of TikToks that I wanted to edit. It's very funny. I feel like all of my TikToks, there's like half are like things that I've actually spent time like editing the clips for. And then there are things that I just make that are completely random and not at all thought through and just shoved online. Those second ones do the best. I still make the first ones because I like to, but it's always the dumb posts that do the best. I feel like it makes sense for the like place that they're being posted, but at the same time. And then I had my ethics class after that, and basically the way that this class functions is instead of like a pure cold call, he like assigns you, wow, my forehead is shiny. Instead of having a like true cold call, he assigns you a problem in advance. So like I was told last week that I was going to have a problem today, and so I was like the very first person cold called and had my discussion, which was great because now I don't think I will get cold called in that class the entire rest of the semester. Delightful. Yeah, I agree. Anyways, then I spent some time, I have to request some recommendation letters, so I spent some time writing those, which I hate. Ever trying to talk, like say nice things about yourself that other people should say nice about you, really, like I've never doubted my sense of self so strongly as when I have to do that. Like suddenly every positive character trait I thought I associated with myself is potentially a lie. So that's where we're at. But I've been working on those, and then I'm going to go to the gym. So I am like an evening gym person now to the core, to the point of the gym staff where I work. I came in to work out at like 7 2 nights in a row. And one of them commented on it and was like, you're here, you've broken your own schedule and it's thrown me off. So I'm such a creature of habit. Like, I show up at 8:30. That's my role. So anyways, I'm going to change into workout clothes and we're gonna go to the gym because that's the best way to like close out my day. It's great though, because whereas in the past, I feel like all of my vlogs, I have been like, I only have 2 things going on. It's just class and reading. I have so much less class now and therefore so much less reading. So at least I'm doing something slightly more interesting. That's exciting. Hello, we're back. I am multitasking right now, which is super questionable on my part. Like I could have just waited to start filming me talking for a vlog until I finished what I was doing. I'm trying to get a TikTok and an Instagram post up. I'm trying to do like a whole series of like my workouts currently, because right now I'm on a kick where basically I am doing the same 4 workouts when I go to the gym. So I go to the gym 4 days a week and then I do Orange Theory 2 other days and then I have a rest day. And I'm doing the same workouts on those 4 days and I'm focusing on progressive overload. So basically upping either the reps or the weight pretty regularly on at least a couple of the exercises per workout so that we get stronger, we get some PRs, all that good stuff. So I have like put together a series of them and oh, there we go. So you can hear it going in the background. I need this to not, there we go. Okay, anyways, so restarting. I am doing, that's my workout routine. And so I'm trying to document them and put them up on my social media apps. So doing that, I just got out of class. I have Wednesday mornings are my only early class at the moment. I'll have one that kicks in later, but right now I have an 8:30 to 10:30 seminar class, which is basically a more writing intensive class. Right now it's just a lot of reading and like getting ready, but eventually we'll be doing a big writing project. So I gotta gear up for that. But had that class this morning. It will be a lot more painful starting next week when we are hopefully in person again. That is the goal, and they haven't told us anything otherwise. So we're crossing fingers because I am not a fan of being back on Zoom. I will say that much. So I am sitting here now because I have office hours, which also are normally in person. I have a peer academic advisor role. So basically I'm just there as like a source of answers for 1Ls and 2Ls, but probably not gonna get requests for advice from my colleagues as much as I am like the 1Ls who I've actually like been in their shoes before. So I host office hours and normally they are in person in my school's peer academic advising office, which is great. It's this whole little like suite. Love it. Love just hanging out in there. Right now I'm on Zoom. And so I'm literally just sitting in a Zoom waiting room with my mic off and my video off and a waiting room enabled so that if anyone pops in and wants to have a little chat, they will. But I feel like online office hours are a lot less well attended than in-person ones, which makes sense. Because you're not like a captive audience to the law school during the day where it might make sense to stop by in office hours. Anyways, I'm just sitting here for now doing this. I am also going to, once I get all the social media stuff out of the way, I have 2 other tasks to do, which are 1, finishing up that research email, that like summary of all my research that I've been doing this past week for clinic. That is, I need to have that done by like 2:30 today because I believe our agreed upon timeline was getting it in 24 hours before our team meeting, and our team meeting is 2:30 tomorrow, and as the description leading up to that would suggest. So I need to get that done. It's mostly done. I just need to polish it off and add a few more cases. I didn't realize I was gonna have that much to say in this research memo, but it's like 1,200 words already, and I'm probably gonna add another 300. So, whoo, chatty.
I think part of it's just like it's a very like informal thing. So it didn't take as long as I guess I would have expected it to. That's really my day. I then teach a class at 4. So teaching on Zoom is actually just as annoying as being a student on Zoom. I actually think I like the teaching a little bit more because there is something to be said for like plastering your lecture notes up on a big screen and then being able to like have those to look at. Whereas you don't get that as much in person. But on the whole, I will be very happy in all aspects when we are back in person. Then once I finish this class at 7, I'm done with class for the week, which is so very strange. I'm technically done with class now because the next one is the one that I teach. Weird, because I literally just started class yesterday. I don't know how I feel about the schedule. I don't think I like the complete lack of structure. Like obviously, I'm kind of having to put in forms of structure for myself because the clinic is only such a short time meeting, but it does have such a wide time requirement. It's like 6 credits, which basically means you have to work for like 20 hours a week on it. So there's a lot of like self-structured work time, but I do sort of miss like the slight more structure you have when you at least have class more than 2 days a week. So that's a thing to keep in mind for fall semester apparently. I have no idea in what world this setup would ever happen again anyway. So that's probably for the best. But I'm going to get to work on getting this little reel posted, hanging out in my office hours, and writing up this research email. All right, so it has now, the rest of the day has passed. It is 7:45, so we're getting ready for the gym. So I will leave in just a few. I've like mixed up all of my pre-workout and my protein shake for afterwards because I take that with me for some reason, just so I can drink it on the way home, I guess. So that's that. I'm now done with class for the week once again on a Wednesday evening, which is very bizarre. I mostly gotten the things that I need to get done today done, so which is great because I typically try to like after I come home from the gym, I try not to touch schoolwork because I go so late. It just like makes sense that like that's my like dividing line. So after we get home from the gym, the schoolwork is off and I do whatever else I'm doing at the moment, which is usually reading a book, but sometimes there are other things. But that's going to be tonight. I'm also going to hopefully, provided that the gym is not too crowded, I'm also going to try to film my workout again tonight so that I can continue this little series of posting these workouts. So we'll see. And one of my cats is trying to destroy my furniture again because when isn't he? I should go deal with that. And we fully just didn't do Thursday, which is fine. Thursdays are relatively uneventful days. So basically I had an Orange Theory class in the morning. So that's my like Thursdays and Sundays are my Orange Theory days. And then I had a meeting. Basically all of the student orgs at the law school kind of are like like our budgets are like self-determined, and so we had this whole meeting with the SBA to tell us how to make those budgets for this year. And because I like have leadership positions that handle the money parts, I had to be there. So I was there. It was actually extremely funny because I got multiple comments. I had like just done like the fresh Dyson Airwrap curls, which by the way is like my new favorite thing. I've like recently acquired all of the Olaplex line. I had parts of it, but I now have the entire set. And my Dyson Airwrap. And between the two of them, my hair has never been the thing that I paid that much attention to. Just for whatever reason, I did makeup and cute outfits and usually almost always just like brushed out my hair and like did whatever. And now I have picked up the habit of doing the nice little like Dyson blowout and I love it so much. But anyways, apparently my hair looked so different yesterday that I got like 5 messages while I was on that call of people like complimenting my new hair. I didn't change my hair, but that was extremely funny. And then I also had a team meeting. So with my clinic,
with the work project we are on a team of 3 people. And so we have our like larger seminar, which is with the other teams as well earlier in the week. And then we have an individual team meeting with our, with the clinic professor and then the like fellow that works in the clinic as well. And basically to go over our work, kind of get next steps. That one's a bit more of like an in-depth dive on like the actual material that we're working on, rather than kind of like a broader discussion of like legal writing, First Amendment issues that we do during the seminar in the first part of the week. So did that, spent some time working on assignments. So because I have basically just some continued research and some writing to do this weekend, because I think we're trying to have our drafted pieces in by Monday evening. So I'm going to try to get some work done on that this weekend. And right now I'm sitting and I have office hours for my undergrad class. And I think my co-teachers are running late this morning because this is usually when we do like our lesson planning. And neither of them are here yet. So I'm assuming they'll show up eventually. So if I, like, this cuts off, if it, like, super abruptly, that would be why. I just got the text that said I'm running so late. So yes, we have a little bit of bonus time. We do our planning for the following week today, and then students have office hours by appointment, but I don't think we have any. I'm gonna pop my like vitamins that are sitting on my desk. There we go. I'm also still working through this process of requesting recommendations from professors. There's emails that I need to get sent out today. So that's on my priority list for today, which is good because my day is very chaotic. So hopefully I will be able to squeeze that in at some point. If not, I will send these emails out. I will like get everything ready and like schedule them to send out. I don't like sending out emails over the weekend because I feel like they get lost in people's inboxes. So I will schedule them to send out first thing Monday morning. But basically I'm asking for like a fairly tight-ish turnaround on a purely self-imposed deadline to have the tight turnaround. So if they can't make the tight turnaround, it's not actually that much of a problem. But I'm just trying to collect everything as soon as possible. And this is what the advisor that I'm working with on this whole application process said to do. So she's in charge because she's smarter than me in this and has done this more often than I have, and so that's what she said to do. So leaving her in charge of that one. Both of my team members have said that they are about to hop on Zoom, so we will potentially be dealing with that once they pop in. So I'll like obviously not turn this off. I don't record like or put any sort of video when I'm in class or like in Zoom meetings because I just think that's a weird invasion of other people's privacy. So if you were wondering why my vlogs are conspicuously missing clips of like what I actually am doing when I'm in class or all of these things that I say that I'm doing, that's why. I just don't want other people who didn't consent to having their name or their face on a YouTube video to be in a YouTube video. So it's just, I also think my university has a policy against that too. So like they sent out an email too being like, hey, this is an invasion of other people's privacy. So also fair. All right, I am getting ready to leave. So hence I'm now like, I finished my lesson planning. My lights are off, so I have no light on me. Finished our lesson planning. I had a little bit of cleaning around my apartment to do, just because things had piled up in weird places. So I did that, and I vacuumed the whole place because I have these fluffy demons who dump their hair everywhere. So that has been my morning. I am off now to meet with, so I'm on law review, and they just did selections for the next year's board, and so I like that I just turned that off on myself. They just did selections for next year's board, and I have a board position as the position's commentaries editor. And basically what it is every one of our journals has, like every edition has a commentary, which is shorter than a full-length article, but there's one per edition. And so the commentaries editor basically does all of the things related to that. So all of the steps that typically go into the review process and all the steps that they go through with like other editors. So like the articles editors who pick things, and then like the executive editors and senior executive editors who do all the technical edits after the fact, after they've been selected and like signed on and whatnot. That's the normal process. And then it like goes all the way up to the, you have the staff editors first, and then the executive editors, and then the senior executive editors, and then it goes to the EIC, and it gets published. Then for the commentaries, basically I just do everything, with the exception of like, I obviously like the EIC gets like does the final stamp of approval, because that makes sense. But basically I just kind of have this little section. And so I am meeting with the gal who did it this past year, who's currently on the board, and we're basically just doing like a training. So she's telling me how to do the job. So I am grabbing my stuff and we're getting ready to go. This is like my main actual thing that I have to get done today. At this point, I do have to get over to IKEA to pick up a bookcase. This bag has clearly been sitting. The thing with being remote is I just haven't really had a reason to take my laptop anywhere. Let me make sure that it's charged. I haven't really had a reason to take my laptop anywhere, and so the bags that normally carry my laptops, okay, yeah, it's almost full. The bags that normally carry my laptops have just been sitting in a corner in disuse, but we are, fingers crossed, going back to in-person tomorrow. So, and I need a jacket because it's snowing outside and I will freeze if I walk outside in a short sleeve t-shirt, even if it's just to get to my car. I should probably put the jacket on first. I quite simply wear this black leather jacket with everything. We're gonna time skip real quick to my car. So we're meeting at a wine bar, which I'm excited about. So like, it's a fairly chill setup, which I'm very much here for. So I have no idea how long this is going to last. At some point this afternoon, I need to get over to IKEA. I have a bookcase to pick up. I've been meaning to get a bookcase for my apartment for the longest time, and I just finally got around to doing it because I have a lot of books, and right now like all of my case books just sit stacked on top of my printer. And then I just have a couple of books in other random places on different shelves. So it'll be nice to have like one place for it. I think I can carry this bookcase by myself, but it will be a experiment. Worst case scenario, someone from IKEA can load it into my car, and then I will make one of my friends, we're going out for dinner tonight, and I will make him bring it in for me either before or after dinner. So that feels like the solution there. So I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna be late if I don't pull out of this parking garage right now. So we're gonna go learn how to be on law review board. Look at this bookshelf I just built. So I did confirm eventually that I could carry it to my car and then back out of my car by myself. And so then I put it together, and it needs obviously to be filled with books, but for now it exists, which is exactly what I needed from it. So that's the like thrilling event of this. Ended up lower than I thought it was going to be. My whole training session went wonderfully. We literally just like split a bottle of wine and talked through responsibilities, and then just chatted for the rest of the time, which was great. So it was like very casual, which lovely, loved that. And then I went to IKEA and I picked up my bookcase, and I have dinner plans with some friends tonight. We are trying to like actually hit St. Louis restaurant seriously, and like we have one of them has made a spreadsheet. Like we are taking this seriously. Like we have a spreadsheet for like ratings and whatnot. For some reason, the restaurant that we're going to tonight is the Cheesecake Factory, which is a chain restaurant that I have been to many a time, and I don't know why this has been the pick, but I'm in attendance ironically, so I will be going to that. I need to figure out what time I have to be wherever, but yeah, that's my evening. Last night I was out fairly late. There's a bar here that doesn't close until 3 a.m. and we were there, not all the way. We've been there until it closed, which is a time, but we weren't there until it closed, but we were there pretty close. So I got home pretty late last night and then like had 9 a.m. office hours this morning. I have made a habit of, I don't really drink when I go out most of the time. Like I make exceptions for like certain events. But most of the time I go out and I have like one drink, the entire night, and I drive home. And I drive other people home. So I play like chauffeur for the night, which is its own thing, but I don't know. It's easier. Like it's a nice way to hold myself accountable in the sense that I usually almost always have places to be in the morning. And so not being hungover for those places and things that need to get done is ideal. And so if I have to drive my car, I obviously cannot drink anywhere near enough to get a hangover. So we're in the clear. So I drove home last night and then I'm also going to be driving tonight. So I need to figure out what time I have to go pick people up. I'm like I genuinely am like the little like party mom car. That's my role. It's not a minivan, but it's a CRV, which I feel like is also its own breed of mom car. So regardless, I've still ended up in that role. But yeah, that's my night. I put together a bookshelf and hello, baby. There's a cat who does not want to be held, but got in my way. So that's his punishment. Yeah, that's really it. This has just been kind of like a random update on what my life looks like in 2L at this point. So it's a little all over the place, but yeah, I'm probably going to cut this vlog off here. So I've gotten 3 days worth. I missed a Monday and then forgot that Thursday existed apparently. So somehow I still think I'm probably gonna end up with like 30 minutes of footage to work with. So we'll see what that pares down to. But yeah, this is what life looks like. We're still going back thus far. Nothing has changed yet. We're still going back to in-person next week. And I am thrilled because I have missed it so much. It's not the same being fully virtual as it is being in person. I miss the law review office having free snacks all the time. That like fully like fueled me through the fall semester. Just like the junk food in the law review office. I don't keep junk food in my own apartment. It's all very healthy here, which is great, but sometimes you need garbage. Can you see, my cat just opened a cabinet. Anyways, that's the end of this vlog. I am going to go have my Cheesecake Factory dinner and then wherever the night takes me from there and cut this off. As a reminder, this video was sponsored by Ana Luisa, so if you want to get your hands on any of these pieces that I have on or any of your own, because they have so many things to choose from, like a ton. The link is in the description box. You can buy one, get one 40% off for Valentine's Day. Get your hands on some nice jewelry. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my stuff, hopefully I will be making more law school vlogs, etc. this semester. We'll see. Hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you are not already following my Instagram and my TikTok, I post just as much, if not more, stuff on both of those platforms. So follow me over there too. And I will see you soon for another new video. Bye.